remembrances for a day to never forget. The nation paused to mark 23 years since the September 11th terror attacks. Take a look at a live picture now from New York City and the annual Tribute in Light. Those twin beams meant to evoke the original Twin Towers are lighting up the sky. ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn has a look at how the day was remembered here.
It's hard to believe it's been 23 years.
9/11 is a day that Harold Schapelhelman will never forget. The former Menlo Park fire chief was part of a California search and rescue team sent to help in New York City.
First assignment at the Trade Center. I remember as we're driving across the bridge and, coming in at nighttime, you could see the lights and the smoke.
And this day, just as in years past, Schapelhelman pauses to remember those lost in the tragedy. On this September 11th, 23 years after that fateful day, San Francisco's fire department held a ceremony to remember the emergency responders and civilians killed. Mayor London Breed was among those who turned out. In Oakland, Mayor Sheng Thao joined the city's fire department and command staff for a short ceremony at Brooklyn Basin along the Oakland estuary.
I don't think that anybody who was alive during that time will forget exactly where they were when they'd heard that the Twin Towers have fallen.
In Contra Costa County, families gathered for a somber remembrance with so many stars and stripes.
We mourn the nearly 3,000 who died that day, who are represented by these flags that are planted.
We remember the 343 members of the FDNY and the ultimate sacrifice they made when they entered the Twin Towers.
And in Union City, flowers at the memorial for the passengers who lost their lives on board United Airlines Flight 93. It was headed to SFO when it was hijacked by terrorists after leaving New Jersey. 3 Bay Area residents lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks, Todd Beamer and Mark Bingham of Los Gatos. They were passengers on Flight 93. And flight attendant Betty Ong of San Francisco, who was on board American Airlines Flight 11. Loved ones say they were all heroes, fighting back or relaying vital information about the hijackers before their planes crashed.
It's a hard day for everybody.
A difficult day for so many, but also a day to remember and honor the courage and sacrifice of the men and women who gave everything to help others 23 years ago. In San Francisco, Suzanne Fawn, ABC 7 News.
It's hard to believe it's been 23 years.
You know, it is. We were just talking about that. And yet, you get a chill. You can still tap into the emotions of that day, but it's so important to continue to remember as well.
Yes.